Hey y'all, welcome back to Coffee and Composition. I'm April Sojourner Truth Walker, president of A Little More Truth LLC, and this is our series to take the woes out of your next writing assignment. So if you've been with us, you know we're all about paragraphs for the spring, and this week we're going to talk about how to vary our sentences in our paragraphs. So this is going to be part one of a two-part series for sentence variations. So part one is this week, and we'll go back to what we learned in the fall about the different type of sentences, and then we'll start talking about how to vary them in paragraphs, because you don't need all simple sentences in a paragraph. You don't need a paragraph full of compound complex sentences. Trust me, your teacher does not want to read a paragraph full of compound complex sentences. Quickest way to lose them is that way. So sentence variation part one is this week. As always, we're going to grab our coffee, get a big old mug this week because we got a lot to talk about with sentences and how to vary them. And we will get started. Alrighty, so let's jump on into part one of sentence variations. But as always, if you feel like you or your student or a student that you know or a friend needs more help with writing and the writing process, check us out at alittlemoretruthllc.com to see how we can be of help. So the question for this week is, why do I need different types of sentences in my paragraphs? And if you were with us in the fall, you know about the different types of sentences, so you may already know the answer to this question before I show it. But the answer is, using a variety of sentences in your paragraphs helps to keep your reader's attention. It's as simple as that. So what are students' most common challenge with sentence variation? Not considering the best type of sentence for the content they're presenting in a paragraph. A lot of times students will try to do a lot of compound complex sentences in a paragraph, thinking that that shows the breadth of their knowledge, but that's not the case. So here's a little refresher on the types of sentences. Again, there's 4 types of sentences. You have simple, compound, complex, and then compound complex. So don't get confused. Simple, compound, complex, and compound complex. All right, so let's look at a paragraph together. And we're going to see how this student varies their sentences. In the first sentence, we have the strategies used in the commercial were ambiguous and compelling at the same time. That's a very simple sentence, and it's a great topic sentence to introduce us to what's going to be discussed in this paragraph. Next, we have another simple sentence in the third sentence, which is Apple having many different products available presented the iPhone. Again, another simple sentence, and it's early on, so it's still kind of leading us into what the student is really going to get into. Then in the middle of the paragraph, we have this complex sentence. As a result of Taylor Swift using the iPhone and displaying how easy it is to scroll through and find a playlist specifically for cardio, it allows the influence that if this famous person is using it, I should be too kind of mindset. That one's a mouthful, but it's a good complex sentence to really hone us in on what this paragraph is trying to bring out in their essay. And then finally, we have a compound complex sentence at the end of the paragraph, which is Beats are already a very popular brand all over the stores. This commercial reinforced and endorsed the product with a popular rap song being played, recommended not only the song, but the artist. A compound complex sentence is good here because it ties in all the various parts of this paragraph, and there are a lot. We talk about Apple, Taylor Swift, Dre, Beats, and the benefits of all these different types of music. And so the compound complex sentence here does a good job of tying it all together, wrapping it up, and leading us into the next paragraph that's going to come. So again, we didn't go through every sentence that the student used in this paragraph. We just highlighted some of the different types that they used, and they weren't varying the sentence every sentence. Every sentence wasn't a new type of sentence, but they did vary it up enough where we got a good sense of what they were trying to say without losing the reader's attention. All right, so this week's key takeaway is simple again. Varying your sentence types helps to guide the readers to the most important details. Very simple. So as always, if you're ready for more, visit us at alittlemoretruthllc.com, and we will see you in the next session.